Mike Radich here, and I'm now joined on the phone by VFC Flyweight Nate Williams. Nate, how are you?
I'm doing good, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Nate, you got a fight coming up this Saturday night at VFC 42. With this being fight week, I'm just curious, what's the last-minute preparations you have to make for this fight? You know, training-wise, what are you doing from now until the fight? What's your schedule?
Just cut a little bit, the last little bit weight that I got cut, and just tuning up everything, making sure everything's on point with my stand-up, and then my jiu-jitsu, my wrestling's on point. Light stuff, but I mean, it's still going hard, but not really hard, just making sure I'm on point.
Mm-hmm. At your gym, you're surrounded by a great group of guys to train with. You have Josh Neer, Elvis Mutapcic, Victor Marrero, Rakeem Cleveland. You have a lot of great guys to train with in that gym. Just curious, what's the name of your gym?
It's called Round Kick Gym.
Mm-hmm. Now, all those guys are 170 and above. They all fight at a lot heavier weight class than you do. So I'm just curious, who are some of the smaller guys there for you to work with?
We got Nick Jessen. We got Sijin Ruby that comes in. We got a lot of guys. Chance Cressiner, he fights at 55. He just actually won a title. Bryce McKeever. I go with the small guys. I also go with the big guys, too. I go with Josh on a daily basis.
Really? That was going to be my next question. You've gone against them a lot?
Oh, yeah. I mean, like I said, size doesn't really matter to me. They're just going to make me better.
I see. And also, who are some of the coaches there?
We have a good stand-up coach, or two good stand-up coaches. Ryan Clark, he's actually my personal stand-up coach. He's wrestled in college, world Muay Thai champion, Gold Rose boxer. And then we have Pete Peterson, Muay Thai champion. He actually owns the gym. And we have Coach Cliff Harris. He's a brown belt. Then we got, of course, Josh, and then some of the other MMA guys. Jared Barr, he's my head jiu-jitsu coach because he's closer to my weight. He's like 170 pounds. I know it's not close, but he's closer than my other coach. We got a bunch of good guys. I think we have one of the best gyms in Iowa, if not the best gym in Iowa.
Has that gym been the place you've trained at since day one?
No, actually, I started with Des Moines MMA with Anthony Pacelli. That's why I started wrestling when I moved up here from Waterloo. I started wrestling there during the summer, and then stuff fell through, and then I moved with the MMA guys to another gym, and then we actually moved from that gym, because that gym got shut down, to Round Kick, and we've been there for about 2 years now.
Oh, okay. Who's going to be cornering you for this fight?
Coach Ryan Clark and Coach Jared Barr.
Oh, okay. Is it true if you win this fight, you'll have 12 championship belts?
Yes, sir.
12 title belts, huh?
Yes, sir.
Of the 11 that you already have, do you have a favorite one?
Not really. I guess my most memorable moment is, I think, probably 2011. I won a 4-man tournament for MCC. Fought twice in one night. My first fight went all 3 rounds. Second fight, I ended up submitting the guy in the second round with a key lock. And I think that's probably one of my favorite titles.
This fight on Saturday is going to be for the first ever VFC Flyweight Championship. With you already having 11 title belts to your name, how much does this one mean to you? Obviously, it's for the first ever one, and it's for a pretty big show like Victory. Is it something that means a lot to you, or is it just another fight, just another belt to add to the 11 that you already have? You know, how much does this opportunity mean to you?
It means something. This is one of the biggest promotions I've ever fought for.
Right.
Biggest promotion I've fought for a title. Mm-hmm. But it's another fight for me. I've had a lot of fights, amateur and pro. So I'm looking at this as just another fight. Mm-hmm. I'm not looking at it as, it's a title fight. I know it's a title fight, but I gotta keep my mind on it's just a fight.
Mm-hmm. You were supposed to have a fight for the VFC Bantamweight title back in April of 2012. You were supposed to fight at VFC 37. I'm just curious, why did that fight not take place?
Because it was only like a couple weeks' notice, and I know the guy was tough, and I didn't really want to take a tough fight on a big show like that on a 2 weeks' notice and not give him my full potential. I wanted to give him a good show.
That fight was scheduled to take place almost 2 years ago, so I'm just curious, what's been the holdup? Why is there such a huge gap from when you were supposed to fight for the bantamweight title in 2012 till now? What's been the holdup? Why haven't we seen you fight for them?
For a while, my record wasn't the best, and I talked to Ryan Stoddard, and he kept on telling me, get your record better, we'll have you on. And, I don't know if some other stuff fell through. They didn't really have any other flyweights on their card. So when this opportunity came, at first I had to turn it down because I was supposed to be fighting in Denver actually 3 weeks ago. And he pulled out for some unknown reason, I don't know. And so I had to turn down the fight, and then that dude pulled out. Immediately I called Ryan and said, hey, I'm taking that fight. And so we're here now.
Mm-hmm. This Saturday night you're going to be fighting Josh Rave. What are your thoughts about him as an opponent?
I don't have any bad blood towards him. I actually have talked to him before, seen him fight before. He's a hell of a fighter, tough guy, good wrestler, good jiu-jitsu, good stand-up. All-around hell of a fighter. I think it's going to be a good fight. I don't want to say I'm going to win. I'm not going to say he's going to win. I don't know. But I know it's going to be a hell of a fight.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, you took this fight because you feel that this is a fight that you can win. So I'm just curious, where do you feel that you have the advantage in this fight?
I think I have. He says he's faster than I am, and I haven't really came across anybody that has been faster than me. So I think I have a big speed advantage on him. So I'm looking to use my speed against him.
Mm-hmm. Not to give away your game plan or anything, but here's a two-part question. The first part of the question is, how much film have you watched on Josh Rave? And second part is, what holes have you seen in his game?
I can't really give all that information because it kind of opens up my game plan. But he's a tough guy. Like I said, he's good all around. And I do see some holes that my coaches have pointed out to me that we've worked on. So I guess hopefully I can show the hole where his holes are at.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. If you look at this fight from his point of view, what do you think his camp is telling him to do against you in this fight?
Probably take me down. And that's what I've seen a lot of his fights is taking people down, ground and pound or submission. I think that's his strength is his wrestling. He's a D1 wrestler, so. But I wrestled too in college. It wasn't for D1, but I was an All-American. I did some things. I'm a good wrestler, so it's either, like I said, it's either going to be a stand-up fight or it's going to be a ground fight. I don't care really where it goes because I've trained for both.
Mm-hmm. Nate, I'm just curious, how did you get started in mixed martial arts?
Actually, one of my good friends from high school went to college with him and wrestled with him. He was a fighter, and he wanted me to come down and watch him and stuff, so I did. And he actually signed my name up to fight because of that bar fights. I didn't really want to do it, but he was like, I'm going to sign your name up anyway, and I thought he was joking and actually signed my name up, and I didn't want to look like wimp and pull out, so I fought the guy. I think the guy was like 9-1, 10, something like that, and I ended up beating the guy second round. I think it was TKO.
Mm-hmm. You've been very active since you started your career back in 2008. You've fought consistently since the beginning of your career. You've had a good amount of fights in every year that you've been a professional mixed martial artist. I'm just curious, who's your manager? Whoever he is doing a pretty good job.
Spotlight Management out of New Jersey.
Oh, okay. Well, he's doing a very good job. He's keeping you very busy, so I assume he's keeping you very happy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nate, when the UFC added their flyweight division, how many more offers did you get to fight at flyweight?
I fight a lot around the Midwest. Right. I actually want to fight in like California, but I haven't been contacted. My manager hasn't been contacted about fighting in like Florida, California, and those bigger shows that have a lot of flyweights. So and I just fight around here whenever I can find a fight.
Mm-hmm. Now, this fight is going to be taking place in Nebraska, and Josh Rave lives in Nebraska and trains in Nebraska, and this fight is going to be, packed with a lot of his supporters, a lot of his friends and family, and the card, if you look at it from top to bottom, has a ton of guys from his gym that he trains with, and guys that coach him are actually fighting on this card. Ryan Roberts and Ryan Jensen are also going to be fighting on the same card as he is. So a lot of, I guess you could say, home field advantage going on for him with all these people coming to support him, and also teammates of his fighting on the card. Are you looking forward to going into enemy territory? Obviously, it's nothing new to you. You've done it before, but do you like playing that villain role?
Oh, I love it. I mean, he has to perform with his crowd. He has more on his shoulders than I do. I fought in Nebraska twice already, and I've won twice. Submitted one guy and went 5 rounds with another guy, both title fights. So I'm familiar with fighting in Nebraska in front of the other guy's crowd. It doesn't matter to me. It's a fight. It's a fight. The crowd isn't in the cage with us. It's just me and him. So if they want to yell boo all they want, it's fine. I don't care. It doesn't get to me. Like I said, it's me and him in the cage, not thousands of people. It's just us two. So it doesn't matter to me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, you mentioned that you feel that he'll have a lot of pressure on him to perform well because it's in his hometown, but is there any chance that we're possibly on neutral ground, considering that there's a title on the line?
No. I mean, like you said, it's his hometown. It's his own home advantage. He has the upper hand with the crowd. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, no, not really.
Just curious, how far is the drive for you?
It's only 2.5 hours. I mean, I got people coming up too, so it's okay with me.
Mm-hmm. How many people are coming to support you for this fight? How many people have you invited, and how many tickets have you sold for the event?
Oh, geez, I don't even know how many tickets I've sold. I really don't keep track. I mean, that's the last thing in my mind right now.
Okay.
But I mean, I have friends in Nebraska too, so they're coming. I've had people that I've wrestled with that live in Nebraska. So.
Mm-hmm. Which do you prefer? Do you prefer to fight in the ring, or do you prefer to fight in the cage? Because on Saturday night, you're going to get the best of both worlds. You're going to be fighting in a square cage. So what do you like more? Do you like fighting in the ring or the cage?
I fought in... when I first started fighting, I fought in the ring. I fought a couple Muay Thai fights. I fought MMA in a ring. I actually prefer the cage, honestly. Because in the ring, you really can't push people against the cage, take them down, or anything like that. I like the cage a lot.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever fought in a square cage or anything similar to it?
No, I haven't. I'm actually really excited to fight because the way our room is set up at our gym, it actually is a square. So I've been practicing a lot again, doing moves and getting our way and stuff like that with the cage being square and stuff. So
now the UFC, they've hinted that they might bring in a strawweight division, a 115-pound division. They're already doing it with the women. They're bringing in a 115-pound division. If they bring in a strawweight division on the men's side of things, is that something that you can make, first off? And second, is that something that you'd be interested in?
Honestly, probably not. I mean, I cut a good amount to get down at 125. I don't think I can make 115 unless if I get on a really good diet, but I don't think it's a possibility.
Oh, I see. Just curious, how did you get your nickname Teddy Bear?
Oh man, it's a long story.
All right, we got time. Let's hear it.
One of my buddies in high school was messing around with me, calling me Teddy Bear and stuff like that, because I was always talking to ladies and stuff like that. So I guess in a nutshell, I got it from one of my friends in high school, and ever since then, they started calling me Teddy Bear. So.
Oh, I see. So it's a lifelong nickname, not a fighting nickname.
Yeah, no, I mean, I had it since high school.
Oh, okay. Nate, last question. I'm sure you played this fight in your head 500, 1,000 times over and over again during this entire training camp that you've had preparing for this fight. So when you play this fight in your head, how do you see the fight ending?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you. I want a knockout or a submission, and it really doesn't matter to me, but I just want the win.
Mm-hmm. Nate, real quick before I let you go, do you have any sponsors you'd like to thank, and is there anything you'd like to say to the fans?
I just want to thank everybody for their support. I want to thank Fight Me Clothing, GFY Clothing, 5150 Tattooing, LNK, Sports Cards, and more. Performance Nutrition Plus. Man, I got a lot of sponsors on there. If I forget any of them, sorry. I really, really do appreciate everybody's support for this fight and throughout my career. Some other of my sponsors that I have are, like I said, the Nutrition Plus, Bite Me Mouth Guard, Spotlight Management, Worldwide Mouth Imaging, and that's about it.
Nate, thank you for taking the time to talk. I really appreciate it. Good luck this Saturday night at VFC 42 against Josh Rave.
Thank you, sir. You have a good day.